Week 3 of Lebensohl. I see seems as though we have kind of sorted out who's going to be playing this and who's not. Um, all right, so let's just get started. I see a couple people online that are on their way still. In the first 2 weeks, we looked at situations in which responder had the intent to bid a suit, right? Either by way of transferring after their partner opened one no trump. If the right-hand opponent had not interfered, they would have made some sort of transfer bid to either a 5-card major or to a 6-card minor. In other words, those hands were hands that responder had a suit. And in the most part, they were either going to transfer and pass, or they were going to transfer and bid on. Okay? In other words, we were just acting like a normal responder with a good suit, or a suit, right? Today's lesson moves away from that scenario where the responder has a suit and instead moves into hands that are more balanced, right? And we're going to see basically 2 types of hands, and you'll recognize these hands from every time you've ever responded to a no trump bid, right? Which is with this hand, right? We have 11 points. Our partner is promising 15 to 17, or we can say 16, give her +1, right? And we know that we really don't have any aspirations beyond 3 no trump. So all we want to do is simply bid 3 no trump. And that's what we would do. That's what everybody would do. There's nothing spectacular about this. I guess not everybody. Some people might check for a 5-card major using a 5-card statement or something. But most people will go 1 no trump, pass, 3 no trump. And the other hand that we'll be taking a look at today are hands like this. Yes, I am. Thank you, Joan. Joan asks if I'm recording, and I certainly believe that I am. I am recording on the iPad again, which I hope will work. I'm screen recording. I don't know if I need to clean my screen before I screen record. I'm guessing not. All right, the other type of hand we're going to see is one like this, where we have 6, 7 for 11 points, right? But we really don't have a suit of our own, right? We know we want to be in game because, after all, we're responded with 11 points to our partner's 1 no trump opening. So we know we have 27 points, give or take 1. So what do we do with this hand? Well, obviously we have 4-card majors, and we want to find out from our partner whether or not we can play in a 4-4 or better fit. Right? If partner happened to open a 1 no trump with a 5-card major, we can even end up in a 4-card fit. And on these hands, we're always using stamen. Right? So these two types of hands, which come up commonly, are the hands that we're going to be looking at today. Now, one thing about these 2 hands that you'll notice right away is that they're game going. Right? We don't have hands here that are going to be invitational. And we're going to talk about invitational hands next week. Traditional Lebensohl has a dearth of invitational bids. It's the one fault with it. But we've got a way to fix that. So let's go back to, and so I want to start first by talking about a little gadget that's very common, and it's called Q-bid stamen. All right. This is a bid that you use with a game forcing hand, And when you want to check out a possible fit with a one no trump opener, and there has been interference. All right, so here we would be with this hand, these 2-4 cards. We obviously would be using Stamen, but what happens is we get an interference bid of 2 diamonds. All right. Now, Q-bid Stamen, this is really a well-named gadget, because what it is that we bid the suit that they bid, right? A Q-bid of 3 diamonds. All right? And that is Stamen. And you can see why it has to be game forcing, right? Because we're going to end up in 3 no trump if we don't find a fit. Absolutely. I don't know if that's true now that I think about it. It might not be, because that's one of those things you might be alerting your partner more than than alerting the opponents. Okay. Might want to check with the director on that one. Now, the thing about this bid, right, this Q-bid Stamen, and also with these other hands that we're going to be looking at, is that we actually have information that we would not have gotten had the opponents just stayed silent. Right? We now know, they've let us know of a suit to be worried about. And generally speaking, when we bid no trump, especially with 26, 27 points, we never really think about having stoppers in every suit, right? We just count the points, right? So on this hand, absent he's saying anything, we don't worry about the diamond suit. But once they bid, they've actually clued us into this. We need to worry about the diamonds. Right? We would hate to see this be a 6-card suit where they just run 6 diamonds off. Right? So the fact that on these types of hands, they are giving us a heads up, right? They're actually sort of helping. Now, with the Q-bid Stamen, we have the same problem here. We would be using Q-bid Stamen with this hand. They bid 2 diamonds. And now we have 1 stopper, and we have to think, wow, well, what if they lead the king and then run their diamonds once they get in, right? And there's certainly enough points in the opponent's hands, if we've got 27, for them to hold a diamond suit and hold an entry in that hand. So we need to worry about it. But the Lebensohl Convention gives us a way to do this. Gives us a way to protect ourselves. Now, we've talked about this when we talked about 2-level bids and 3-level bids. We talked about the fact that the 2 no trump relay gives us the way to create separate paths to the same destination. Right? The Lebensohl 2 no trump relay. As I said before, this is the heart and soul of Lebensohl. Everything else is a workaround dealing with the fact that we are going to create 2 paths, at least, sometimes 3, right? We saw that one last week. 2 paths to the same destination. Right? When we're using Q-bid Stamen, the destination is 3 diamonds. When we're using we were going to bid 3 no trump, right, on this hand, the destination is 3 no trump. Right? We know we're going to 3 no trump here. When they jump in, now the question becomes, we still want to go to 3 no trump, but we have this stopper to worry about. Okay? Is everybody with me? The 2 no trump creates 2 paths to the same destination. When we're going to use Stamen, when we're going to use Q-bid Stamen, not cumin Stamen, which is a spicy variation, Q-bid Stamen, what we want to do is create 2 ways there. One, where we bid it directly, right? We've just bid it directly. There's Cupid Stamen. Tell me if you have a 4-card major. And the other one, the other way we can get there is by bidding 2 no trump as a relay to 3 clubs, and then bidding 3 diamonds. Right? So we have 2 ways to get to 3 diamonds, a fast way and a slow way. If we look at the other hand, oh, that's the one. Sorry, that's not the cube. I had the wrong hand up. This hand right here, right, is not one where we would use Cupid Stamen. I had the wrong hand up. First mistake of the day, I'm sure. Right? On this hand, we were going directly to 3 no trump, right? That was going to be our bid, 3 no trump. But now we have this diamond situation, so we can go straight to 3 no trump, right? Fast. Or we can use the relay. So 2 no trump, a relay to 3 clubs, and then bid 3 no trump. Right? So a fast and slow. And let's look at the Stamen one since I screwed it up. Let's make sure we get it right. Right? On this hand, we were going to use Stamen after our partner opens 1 no trump, and they bid 2 diamonds. Right? Now we have 2 ways to make a Stamen ask. One, by bidding 3 diamonds directly, fast, and the other by bidding 2 no trump as a relay to relay our partner to 3 clubs, and then bid 3 diamonds. All right, everybody with me there? Everybody seeing it? 2 ways to get to 3 no trump, 2 ways to get to Cupid Stamen. And Dave has nailed what we're going to do with that. If we have 2 ways to get somewhere, then we want to have 2 meanings for those bids. So we can have fast mean something, and we can have slow mean something. Or sloke. Slow means something. So we can have fast or slow. Now, these 2 meanings, if everybody's with me here, these 2 meanings are to designate, one, I have a stopper in their suit, and the other meaning is I don't have a stopper in their suit. Right? So you are giving the declarer the heads up that he doesn't need to worry about the diamonds here. Or you're telling him, if we're going to end up in no trump, you better have the diamonds stopped. Okay? When the partnership can discover that they don't have diamonds stopped and they're going to be, and the contract is not in a suit, in other words, if they discover, oh, we can't play 3 no trump like we were planning because we can't stop this suit, then they scramble, usually into the other minor. But there is some sense in also thinking about playing in a 4-3 fit in the majors instead, so long as the shorthand is doing the roughing, not the 4-card suit. All right, so what meaning do we give to fast? What meaning do we give to slow? And here the deal is people do it both ways. In fact, on the convention card, you'll see on an ACBL convention card, you'll see that you actually have to designate when you're playing Lebensohl which one denies a stopper. Does fast deny a stopper, or does slow deny a stopper? And I don't think there's a consensus. I think people play it both ways. In my experience, but this could just be a geographical thing, most play that fast denies. So I'm going to teach it that way, just so we're on the same page. Fast denies a stopper. Now, that doesn't mean it's right. And if somebody says, I want to play slow denies, play it with them. Why not? Right? It doesn't really matter. So long as we agree on a meaning for that particular day. Right? Fast denies a stopper and slow shows. And why do I like this variation? I think slow shows is pretty good. Pretty easy to remember. Slow shows, fast denies. Cool? Everybody with me? Yeah, Joan, I think we're going to have all full hands today. I tried to set up the hands so that we could have full auctions. All right, so let's try it. Okay, well, that's a really good question. What is a stopper? And here's something. I mean, if you have 3 little and your partner has 3 little, is that suit stopped? Probably. Right? That means it's 7 cards. They only have 7 of them. You know, if the dangerous hand happens to be able to run them, you're in trouble. But most of the time, if they're bidding a 6-card suit, right, and you can control it with the ace, life is good, right? There's the key. Can they get 5 tricks or not? Now, but on the other hand, what if you were holding this? Jack's Doubleton. Do you know if there's a stopper? Would you promise a stopper with that? Yeah, I wouldn't either. What about this? Hey, I got a queen. How about this? We get some maybes and some no's. I think it's light. I think it's pretty light. See, the problem with a King X is that lead is coming through us, right? With the ace, right? And might not stop anything. So I can't give you a hard and fast definition of what a stopper is. I think it relates to the context of each hand. But generally speaking, you want more than one control. And by a control, I mean a king is 1 control. An ace is 2 controls. Generally speaking, you want to be in the 2 control area, right? Which is kind of hard to identify, right? But if you held this, stopper, King Jack 10, sure, right? Because your smaller cards are gonna promote. Right? You don't even mind them leading the queen through to the ace because they just set up 2 tricks for you. So that's what I mean. It's hard to identify what's a stopper and what's not. And the other thing is sometimes 3 no trump is the only place that really is like palatable, and maybe you take a chance. Right? So here we have an ace. Do we want to play that 1 ace is a stopper? I think it can go either way, frankly. Jim's going to play it as a stopper, and so's Les. So we'll just use their finely tuned bridge instincts. All right, so here we go. Beth, oh yeah, the other Taz. Yeah. So We got one no trump, two diamond overcall, and this, for right now, we're continuing to use all overcalls as natural bids. We'll get to what happens when they're artificial or showing two suits, right? And we would bid Stamen with this. It's game forcing. We want to hook up in a heart suit, and we're going to use our ace of diamonds as a stopper, so slow shows. All right, so they show the three hearts. Remember, it's game forcing, so nobody has to be in a hurry to jump. All right, and we've right-sided the contract. Everything has gone great. All right, so we didn't let the interference block us, and we were happy to be there. Right? We got to the suit. We got to the suit. Look at another Stamen hand. Any questions there? Slow shows. Yes, Les. Very important. Les asks, is a delayed three diamond bid still considered Q-bid Stamen? Absolutely, because that's the second path, right? We intentionally use the relay to have two three diamond bids. One where we've bid it directly, one where we bid it slow. We have arbitrarily, based on just the sound of the phrase, decided that slow shows. The auto director bit, yes. And look at this hand. We'll do this one right now. Okay, because, whoops. Let's try this one. Q-bid Stamen is absolutely forcing. Donna, why would that be? Whose suit are we bidding? Yeah, we don't want to play in the op suit. Very rarely do you want to play in the op suit, the opponent's suit. So it's a Q-bid. Q-bids are artificial by nature. Okay, so we've got, on this hand, we've got what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points, and our partner opens one no trump. What would your intent be on this hand? I come back to this idea all the time because this is, I think people can get confused with Lebensohl because they think it's something weird, but it's not. It's just a workaround. We know where we're going. We know what we're doing with this hand, whether or not East bids or not, right? It's just, are they going to get in the way and make it hard, right? And they do. So we still want to use Stamen, and we're going to use the Q-bid. Right, so what do we want to bid? Yeah, fast. We're going to deny having a stopper. Okay. Now I'm going to switch you around to North's hand. So holding North's cards, we don't have a 4-card major, right? No 4-card major. And this would normally end up in 3 no trump, right? If there had been no other interference, it would have gone 1 no trump pass, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and South bids 3 no trump. Here, we've got this extra little bit of knowledge, which is we better be able to stop the diamond suit. Right, and Queen, yeah, the other hand was not, I mean, partner has warned us off. They said, partner, if you don't have a far card major and it's your intent to play 3 no trump, you better be able to stop the diamond suit. So what does North bid here? Yeah, we seem to have a pretty big consensus on this. He's going to be fine playing 3 no trump. He'll take a chance on his protected king. Right? So he bids 3 no trump. We're going to get there, lads. I got that. I will do that one next, I think. So now we'll probably get that, fourth from longest and strongest. Right? And we do our best with it. Turns out we have 3 versus 3 with the 9 of diamonds. We're not going to have any problems handling this. Okay? So let's try another one. This is one without that. Well, let's look at it. Let me put it up, and let me switch you back to South momentarily. Teaching options. Okay. So South's hand has 11 points. Yeah, 11 points. We get a 1 no trump bid. Absent any interference at all, what would you do? Assuming you don't play any kind of 5-card Stamen bid, right? Or puppet or anything like that. Yeah, you would just be bidding 3 no trump, not worrying about anything. They bid 2 hearts. Now, what is your plan? A relay, good thinking there. Do we have a stopper? Right? And remember this phrase. I chose this because it's easier to remember. Slow shows, fast denies. If you need to make a long, drawn-out sound, go slow shows. Kind of how I tell my dog, my puppy, to go down. I said down, right? Get it in your head. Slow shows, fast denies. Right, yeah. So here, do we have a heart stopper? No. So we just bid 3 no trump. Everybody with me there? 3 no denies having a heart stopper. Okay. Let's take a look at North's hand. All right, so our partner has denied a heart stopper. What are we to do now? Notice how lucky we were that we can wipe our brow. That's true, Dave. So we were forewarned, and it saved us from possible being set. Right? We're doubled. I mean, we're vulnerable here. If East had just kept their mouth shut, right, we would have taken a 3 no trump and got hammered. Just got hammered. Ace King running 6 tricks off the top. Right? So we have to scramble. We have to scramble. So we run to and this gets scary, but we got to run to something. So we run to our diamonds. It's a 5-card suit, and partner will play along with us. In theory, if he had clubs instead, he might try 5 clubs, but we are scrambling. What is the other thing we could do is we could play a 4-3 major, but since partner didn't ask you Stamen, we know that we don't have 4-3 in the hearts, right? I mean, in the spades, right? He would have used Stamen if he had 4 spades, and we don't have 2 spades anyway. So the only other alternative to a minor is a 4-3 fit in the majors, where the shorthand, right, the one with 3, is going to be doing the roughing. Can't buy a 4-3 contract where the 4-card declare, or the 4-card trump suit has to do the trumping, because then you just get tapped out. They play a forcing defense, take control of the whole hand. Yeah, so here we escape to a minor. And these will be harder, but nothing's perfect, right? So we hate taking 11 tricks when we were hoping to take 9, right? But here we probably have all the diamonds, and unfortunately we lose the king of spades and 2 hearts. So they should be able to beat us if they play their cards right, so to speak. All right. Everybody there? Let's try a few now. Put you back in south. Can you pass the 4 diamonds? Two questions first. Can you pass the 4 diamonds? You could, but I think it's a losing proposition in the long run. You've got 11 points. Your partner's got 16, give or take one. So you're at 27, 28 points probably. And there are bad hands, and maybe you can find the hand where you are brilliant and pass 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds technically is not forcing, if that's the question. It's technically not forcing. Second question, Jim asks, would 3 hearts be Cupid Stamen? Yes, right? Bidding their suit is Cupid Stamen, and if you bid it directly, then you're denying having a stopper in that suit. Unfortunately, I was jumping around the hands here, so yeah, I don't remember this one. Teaching options, put you back in south. We're going to get to negative doubles next week. Janbu. Jan, no Trump. Yeah, we'll get that. We're going to talk about negative doubles next week, okay? Because there's a whole different thing that's going on there. But one of the things, the reason we don't use negative doubles is because we have game values, and which might be a clue as to how we're actually going to use a negative double, right? As I said before, there is a dearth of invitational bids in Lebensohl. And maybe, just maybe, a negative double is your way to find an invitational bid. All right, so 8, 10, 11 points. What's your bid here? What would you be doing if they didn't bid? Yeah, we would be using Stamen. So now they bid. Nothing's changed. We still want to use Stamen because we have a game forcing hand. We still want to use Stamen. But we don't have a diamond stopper. So what is our bid? Bang. Everybody nails it. Fast denies. And teaching options. We'll go to north. We did do this hand, didn't we? Darn it. I jumped around a bit there to give some examples, so we're going to run across some others. We'll just move on them quickly. What is your bid with north's hand? Yeah, sure. We can stop the diamonds. So we bid 3 no trump. We don't have a 4-card major, so we skip that. I'm going to leave you in north. Let's try to recognize the bids as they happen. What is our partner up to? And Q bids Damon. All right, so what do we bid? Yeah, we don't mind playing 3 no trump. We'll stop those diamonds. In fact, we're hoping they lead them. Please lead your diamonds. Right? We don't have a 4-card major, so we can't use that. But we're more than happy to use this. And be plenty happy when that diamond lead comes to our ace queen. And then it turns out our partner had king doubleton. Right? And we have no problems. Cool? Let's try another. Any questions? I wonder if we have one of those. Same thing's going to happen. Mark, think about it. What happens if they don't bid and the auction goes like this? 1 no, 2 clubs, looking for, right? They're not bid, no interference this time. 2 hearts, right? Saying I have the heart suit. And this person bids 3 no trump. What do they have? Yeah. 1 no trump, and Claire has spades, and the auction goes this way. Whoops, that's 3 no trump, not numeral 3 no trump. Right? 1 no. Yeah, so there's really no problem. You will find your 4-4 fit if you have it. Right? But in the meantime, you've let everybody know that we're missing a stopper. So let's say the auction goes like this. I think I have one of these in here, so we might come to it. Let's say the auction goes 1 no, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, 3 no. Okay? And that 2 diamond bid in there is the interference. 1 no. I'll type it again with good there's a word for that. I forget what you call it. Right? Their bid is 2 diamonds. We bid 3 diamonds. Declare shows 3 hearts. And then responder bids 3 no trump. Is there a problem? Isn't declare still on notice that responder can't stop the diamonds? So even, yeah, he still doesn't have a stopper. Once he says he doesn't have a stopper the first time around, when he has to bid 3 no trump, he still doesn't have a stopper. He didn't get any extra cards. He's still got 3. So Yeah, I mean, well, actually, he has to bid the three no trump. I mean, he really has no choice. But now declarer can decide what to do, right? And he might have. What if, for instance, if responder has four spades and declarer has three spades, it's entirely possible that they might decide that they'll play it with a 4-3 fit, right? If maybe they have a doubleton in the suit that the opponent's bid, right? Because they'll know they'll be able to ruff. They're going to be able to use their three to ruff with, right? So they might choose to do that if they don't want to play it someplace else. Good question. I hope we come to that. I think I have one of those hands in here. All right, let's see. Let's go back to south for a minute. Make sure we're nailing this. One no trump, two diamonds. Eight, 10, 11 points. Yep, they've warned us about the diamonds. We're going to take advantage of that fact by showing a game hand, a balanced game hand. We don't have any suits of our own we're interested in. And we're going to do fast denies a stopper. So when we swing back over to North's hand, what are we doing? Yeah, we're happy to play three no trump. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know that there might be a problem. Go ahead and lead that suit while you're at it, please. Stay in North's seat here for just a second. 8, 9, 10, 5, 15 points. We open one no trump. The opponent bids two diamonds. And our partner bids two no trump. What do we do? Yeah, we just follow orders when we're playing Lebensohl over a one no trump. We don't have any discretion. We always have to bid the three clubs. And we don't know right now why he's using that, right? For all we know, he could be relaying us to clubs and passing us there because he's got weak clubs, right? Or he could be doing this and then bidding two hearts to show an invitational 5-card heart suit, right? So we have no clue what he's doing. So we have no choice but to bid three clubs. And this is always something that happens. We forget what we're playing. Oh my God, we can't play three no trump? Yes, alerts are needed. Can we play three no trump? Shouldn't North be worried because he's only got Queen Doubleton? Slow shows. Yeah, so we're good. We're cool with that. Oh, sweet. right? We got 6, 8, 9, 11 points. Defenders need to be very careful all the time on opening lead. So that's our ultimate target, right? Is 3 no trump, right? And we've got one way to get there by bidding it fast, or we could use the relay and bid it slow. When we use it fast, we deny a heart stopper. And what are you going to do with North's hand? Yeah, we're happy to leave it there. Please, please, please lead that suit. Here, let me close it out. All right. If it's a long enough suit and he has some entries, he'd still lead it. Why not? He's probably holding the King Jack 9 and 3 more. And if he has a couple aces as entries, right, he still might set that son of a bitch up. Sorry about that. That's what I think in my head. All right. Where are we? We're in North. Let's do this one from North. 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, yeah, this one's pretty easy, right? We'll worry about the stopper if it turns out we're not playing in spades, but we'll bid our 4-card major, right? Just Stayman as usual. And let's go back and look at South's hand. What are you going to do with this one? I don't think 4 spades is unreasonable at all. I mean, it feels like it could be more, right? We got 10 points. We have a void in their suit. Could be a 26-point slam, right? Depending if our partner has nothing in diamonds and has his 16 points in those 3 suits, just like us, that's 26 points. That's usually slam. Game force is in place. Game force is in place. So if you wanted to go looking for slam, you could just bid 4 diamonds, as I think somebody suggested, right? Doing a control up the line. See if that, which would certainly seem like it would be a void. Anyways, so there are still things that you can do after that. That's sort of my point. But I think in any match point game, it's probably wise just to bid 4 spades and not get too crazy. Match points, you don't want to be the smartest kid in the room. Just want to be the best card player in the room. All right. So we're happy in 4 spades. Going to make a lot. Here's one that's a little different. See what you do with this one. I'm gonna put, are you in South right now? Yes, okay. What's your bid? What's your second bid after the 3? You relay. I'll agree. We're relaying. We're going to show that stopper, but oops, here, I better pass. No, 2 no trump here. And pass by that dude. 3 clubs. Now what? Interesting. I'm going to put that up there again one more time so I don't have to do all those bids again. What's your bid? Okay, this is interesting. I'm curious to see all these 2 club bids. I really don't use Stayman unless I'm planning on roughing. I've got a 4-3-3-3 hand, and finding a 4-4 fit doesn't do a whole lot for me because I'm not going to get to rough anything until the 4th time that suit is played. Why do I want to be in a suit contract? Yeah, I don't though. I have a 4-3-3-3. Roughing in partner's hand doesn't do any good. I mean, if he's got the spades, you know. But here, I mean, we like to rough with the dummy. We like to rough with the dummy, and if we're 4-3-3-3, our opportunities to rough are going to be pretty long. Right? So nothing changes, right? Nothing changes when they get in. We're still in the same boat. We just want to play 3 no trump. And on the way, we're going to say, don't worry about the diamonds. So slow shows. Right? Always think about what you would do if they hadn't bid. All right, we got one more hand here, and then we'll take some questions. And then I'm going to pose a question to you. Where are you guys right now? South? Yeah, okay. 1 no trump, 2 diamonds. I like that. That's a really good way to think of it. Just sum it up fast. Slow Stamen. Yeah, we're going to use Stamen to check for that fork, see if we have a heart fit. And along the way, we will show that we do have a stopper in their suit. And we will do that by slow shows. Flip you around to the other side. And your bid is? Yeah, we don't have a stopper. I mean, we don't have a four-card major, so we bid 3 no trump. And that's all there is to this. These are hands, unlike last week, right? These are hands where the responder was going to be looking at either finding a 4-4 fit, or they were going to be bidding 3 no trump. These are all game forcing hands. How many last week did anybody notice the only way that we had an invitational bid? Right, we had to be bidding a higher suit, a higher ranking suit than the opponents. Right, let's say we had 5 hearts and 9 points, and not nothing that was special, and we wanted to invite in hearts. Right, what we could do is use 2 no trump. Right, to 3 clubs, and then 3 hearts, and this would be an invitational bid because this is. Right, because a direct 3-level bid to show a suit is game forcing, and a 2-level bid, which we would have had here, right? We could have bid 2 hearts weak, right? But this is literally the only invitational bid that we've got in our system right now, right? Is to use 2 no trump when we have a higher ranking suit than opponent's suit, and that is the downfall of traditional Lebensohl if you use double as penalty. Now, is double as penalty fun? Oh yeah, absolutely fun, because well, you know how people interfere with 1 no trump. They do it on all of the hands that we did today. We have 26 points, and they're bidding. Right? People interfere with no trump willy-nilly, and I think a lot of times without any real thought of consequences. Right? So a double as penalty is an awful lot of fun when they're in the white. I mean, they're in the red and you're in the white, and they make a bad overcall. Nothing better than taking home 1,100 instead of your 400 3 no trump game. Right? So the double as penalty is an option, but the trade-off is you won't have a negative double. Right? If double is penalty, then we're giving up negative.